The Edmonton Oilers have been terrific in their last 10 games, 10-0-0 record, and considering where they started the season, this is a really impressive run and something they needed to do to get back in playoff contention. There's so many positives to talk about when it comes to the Oilers, and some detractors will say, well, they're not playing world beaters. They still beat some good quality hockey teams, and I don't care who you play. If you win 10 straight in a row, you're playing at a phenomenal level. They're making sure to come back on defense. Their leading scorers are producing, and Stuart Skinner, a guy who had a sub 900 save percentage, has finally managed to get over that 900 line and has been impressive during this stretch. Let's talk about some notable point producers for the Edmonton Oilers during this run. Connor McDavid has 5 goals, 11 assists for 16 points. Leon Draisaitl has 7 goals and 4 assists for 11 points. Zach Hyman, the goal scorer himself, has 8 goals, 4 assists for 12 points. Evan Bouchard on the back end, 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points. And a name that stuck out to me for the Edmonton Oilers during this stretch was Warren Foegele. 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points. You need a player like Foegele to produce to go on these winning streaks. So the big names are scoring and some of the lesser known names are producing as well. That is a good sign. Let's talk about the goaltending throughout this stretch. Stuart Skinner in this 10-game winning streak has 7 of them with a .950 save percentage. He looks confident, he's sure of himself, he's not fighting the puck, which was a case earlier in the season. He's giving you the goaltending you expected of him coming into this year. And Calvin Pickard, he has 3 games played with 3 wins, only a .904 save percentage. 2 of the games were a sub 900, but he's giving you decent enough goaltending in that backup role. That is still a position I believe if they should try to upgrade. So what has been the catalyst of this massive turnaround for the Edmonton Oilers? You have to look at the head coach, Kris Knoblauch, in 26 games since coming in, a 26-0 record. It's been a fresh voice and they're playing far better 200-foot hockey. That's the most notable thing. They're playing like they care in their own end, and it's definitely rewarding them on the scoreboard. The Edmonton Oilers have all the top-end talent in the world, but they were not executing. They weren't dedicating themselves to a 200-foot game. And now that they have bought in, playing really good hockey, they're starting to see the success. It was never a lack of talent in Edmonton. Could you maybe want some more pieces in the bottom 6? Yes, it would be nice to make another addition, maybe another defenseman if they could, a better backup goaltender. But overall, they have a solid roster. And with the elite top-end talent they have, they should be able to beat any team in the NHL. They're currently sitting 4th in the Pacific Division with 39 games played, a 23-15-1 record, and they are 1 point back of the Kings. If the playoffs were to begin today, the Oilers would have the 2nd slot in the wild card. So can they finish in the top 3? It's within reach. The Canucks and the Golden Knights have 43 games played. The Edmonton Oilers have only playing 39. They're only 1 point back of the LA Kings, who are in the 3rd spot with 48 points, and they had the same amount of games played. And even if you want to discuss the wild card spot, they're only 2 behind that 1st spot of Nashville with 4 games in hand. The Oilers have the firepower to be a very dangerous team, and Kris Knoblauch has them playing very good hockey. So I do think there's a good shot of them finishing in the top 3, which is surprising, because if you asked me this question a couple months ago, I would say there's no way in hell with how bad they have started this season. But just goes to show, when elite talent buys into a system, it can be pretty damn dangerous. I wanted to make sure I made a video about the Oilers. I've talking about them positively in my last couple videos about them because they really have turned around, but 10 straight wins, that's really impressive and needs to be talked about. I'd like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How high do you believe the Edmonton Oilers will finish in their division? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. I'm Paul for the Locker Room. I'll see you in the next one.